สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome back to At Brain State here on GBN Station. You're now with me, Konkan Ushitpan. Today we have news update from Nepal, followed by the ancient history of the Lord Buddha's finger relics, followed by news update from London Buddhist Center and the famous hotel in India which channels Buddhist serenity. And lastly, we have the announcement on the upcoming Saturday meditation class in Brisbane, Australia.A 5th century Buddhist stupa, severely damaged during the 2015 Nepal earthquake and subsequently reconstructed with India's assistance, was inaugurated last Monday. The Buddhist stupa, situated in Latipur district, 7 km east of Kathmandu, was severely damaged during the 2015 earthquake, which killed nearly 9,000 people and injured over 21,000 people.The reconstruction work of the monument was carried out under the technical assistance of Indian National Trust of Art and Cultural Heritage. During his address at the inauguration ceremony, Ambassador Savistava highlighted the robust ongoing cooperation between India and Nepal in several sectors. India and Nepal have historic cultural similarities and heritage to preserve for the future generations,The envoy underlined. India has been working with Nepal for restoration of cultural heritage projects in the past too, he said, adding that it is a reflection of our common culture which is the strength of our friendly relationship, he said. On this part, Latipur Mayor Marachan thanked India for its heritage conservation initiatives in his district as well as in the entire Nepal country.In addition to Shri Neshpara Mahavida, India has extended its support for the reconstruction of half a dozen of heritage sites in Latipur that were damaged in the 2015 earthquake. Relics are important in Buddhism in that they provide tangible links to enlightened figures and their teachings. When the Buddha's finger bone was discovered in an ancient Chinese monastery,Worshippers from all over the world gathered to pay their respects and experience the profound presence of this ancient relic. In 1981, an extraordinary discovery was made at the Fa Men Sư Monastery, a preserved finger bone. The revered Buddhist site was established by the Tang Dynasty in 672 AD and is located in Shanxi Province, China. Since its inception,It was served not only as a sanctuary for religious practitioners, but also as a center of learning, art, and profound spiritual experiences. During renovations in 1987, a hidden chamber was uncovered, revealing 4 precious relics. Each of these 4 findings was linked to Siddhartha Gautama himself, but one was more remarkable than the others, a finger bone.This sacred bone was carefully preserved in a golden casket. Its discovery created great excitement and reverence among Buddhists around the world who consider such relics powerful symbols of the Buddha presence and teachings. The London Buddhist Center, the main temple in London for the Thayratana Buddhist community, has announced that it will hold an open day on 10 September,inviting the public to visit the temple historic location to learn about its history and about the community's other buildings across England. The event is being organized as part of the London Buddhist Center's participation in London's annual Open House Festival, which is a 2-week celebration of the city's historic and unique homes, architecture, and neighborhoods, offering people the chance to explore the British capital's history,and learn about some of its hidden secrets. The London Buddhist Center is a community landmark in the East London neighborhood of Bethnal Green. The center opened in 1978 in a renovated fire station, a listed building of historic interest that was built in 1888. The site remained in use by fire service until 1969.As a focal point for meditation practice and learning, the London Buddhist Center offers meditation instruction and practice, as well as Buddhism-related courses, seminars, and classes. The center also runs courses and retreat centers on mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, offering courses for depression based on methodology of American scholar, author, and Zen Buddhist Jon Kabat-Zinn, a social initiative supported by the local authority, the London Borough of Tower Hamlets. Today, the London Buddhist Center contains a library, a bookshop, a reception room with painted Buddhist murals, and 2 shrine rooms with Buddha images, as well as space for meditation and practice, which feature daily yoga classes, regular events for families and classes, and retreats for under 25 years old and people of color. In the tranquil Indian town of Bodh Gaya, the roots of Buddhism stretch deep. Located in Bihar state in northeast India, the community was home to the framed Bodhi tree, an ancient figure under which Gautama Buddha achieved enlightenment. Today, this sacred land is the home to the Mahabodhi Temple and recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And nearby, Marasa Sarovar Premier Hotel quietly meets the quaint local landscape. Within the hotel's ground, every space is intended as a vessel for the essence of Buddhism, reflected through prisms of memory and emotion, as JK architects channel the spirit and features of Buddhist architecture through the design vocabulary, occupable arches, vaults, and stepped jambs that echoes across the hotel. The tenets of Buddhism that underpin the public spaces are found in the icon of Varajatu Mandala, fearlessness, Dharma, giving and sharing, unity with oneself and oneness within the earth. Designed by the Mumbai-based SJK architects, the newly built complex spans 5 acres along the Falgu River, characterized by creamy white, low-slung, horizontal volumes prominently topped by clay tile roofs. The region's serenity and spiritual essence are embodied within. Guests find themselves in meditative silence while leisurely strolling along the brick-vaulted verandas that wrap around green courtyards and glistening pools. The architecture guides visitors through a journey from indoor to semi-outdoor and finally to outdoor spaces, with each new experience building on the last. The architecture is also distinguished through the use of locally available natural materials to render a warm, textural, and monastic aesthetic. On the design team's many trips to Bodh Gaya, they explore the region's rich 2,000-year-old tradition of brick-making history and the country's styles unique to the area. SJK Architects has integrated both of these into the hotel's building. A collaborative effort involving 26 local families from 12 villages near Bodh Gaya yielded about 80,000 tiles, which now clad the pitch roofs across the property. The handmade half-round clay tiles contrasted the plaster-covered walls, which are painted a refreshing pure white. Brisbane Meditation Center will be hosting a free meditation class every Saturday evening. The participants will be able to experience the deepest relaxation and discover the power of inner peace through mental cultivation. Brisbane Meditation Center is a non-profit organization whose primary purpose is to teach meditation for the cultivation of world peace. It is their belief that individual peacefulness of the mind underlines a collective potential for harmony and peace in the world. All levels of meditators are welcome, and for more information, please check out their website, worldwideweb.brisbanemeditationcenter.com. And our this week's special scoop is about the history and significance of Vishardhamagaya Master Day. Let's take a look together.
history and significance of Vichā Dhammagaya Master Day, the full moon day of the 10th waxing moon. Vichā Dhammagaya Master Day is the day the great master Pramongkol Thep Muni, Sot Jantattaro, Longpu Wat Paknam rediscovered Vichā Dhammagaya and bore witness to the Buddha's self-enlightenment. On the full moon day of the 10th waxing moon in 2460 BE, in the middle of the great master's 11th year in the monkhood, Longpu made a vow in the Ubosota Hall at Wat Bang Kuieng in Nonthaburi province before he sat down to practice meditation. Even if my flesh and blood dry up, leaving only skin, tendons, and bones, I would not stop meditating in this sitting position until I attained the Dhamma of the Lord Buddha. He then prayed to the Buddha, "May the most exalted one show me compassion and grant me the least and easiest of the Dhamma that you have attained. Should my attainment of the Dhamma be detrimental to Buddhism, please do not grant it to me. But if it can benefit Buddhism, may the Buddha have compassion and bestow the Dhamma upon me. I will be a staunch defender of Buddhism for the rest of my life." Having made the resolute wish, Longpu began practicing meditation by chanting Samma Arahang until his mind came to a complete standstill, and he attained the clear and pure Dhamma sphere, the size of an egg yolk, in the center of his body. A voice came from the center of the Dhamma sphere saying, "Majjhima Patipatta," which prompted him to continue keeping his mind absolutely still in the center of his Dhamma sphere until he attained all of his inner bodies, including the Dhammagaya. The Dhammagaya appears as a bright and clear Buddha image, with the lotus bud on his top knot, and more marvelous than any Buddha image in the world. A voice echoed from the center of the Dhammagaya with these words, "That is right." Longpu experienced extreme elation and happiness. He said to himself, "It is hard like this. How could anybody attain it? Perception, memory, thought, and cognition must come to a standstill and be united at one single point. Once state cease to be, attainment can be realized. This is the real thing. This is where the link is. Everything must come to the right point of balance before attainment can happen." Longpu rediscovered Vichā Dhammagaya, the way to attain the enlightenment the Buddha attained, and it is very profound. This is reflected in the great master's statement, "Kampi ro jayang." The Dhamma is this profound. Who would have guessed? It is beyond thinking. If one still thinks, one will not attain it. All mental activities must cease. Once they cease, attainment can be realized. Contemplate this fact. This is the way. Everything must be just right, for cessation is the key to success. From that day on, Longpu devoted his life to practicing meditation to the fullest extent in order to search for the utmost Dhamma. Therefore, Longpu Wat Paknam's faithful followers respectfully regard the 15th day of the 10th waxing moon each year as being Vichā Dhammagaya Master Day.
And on this upcoming 29 September, the Vichā Dhammagaya Master Day, Wat Dhammagaya Temple in Thailand will be hosting many miraculous events, and I would like to invite all of you to join us at our temple or online via Zoom application. It's time for us to say goodbye. Please make sure to check out all episodes of our At Bright Insight News program on our website, gbnus.com, or on our Facebook page, gbnus. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful week. สวัสดีค่ะ